Up next is Mr. Mahesh. He's the Vice President and Business Head of Artivatic Data. Mr. Mahesh is going to talk about Ausis Dynamic AI Smart Underwriting. Mr. Mahesh is representing Artivatic Data Labs. He is a BFSI professional with an overall experience of 30 plus years in BFSI sector and has a specific experience of over 20 years in bringing broad, deep, and proven domain knowledge expertise. He has hands-on experience on life insurance operations and technology. He has worked as a CXO level position in organizations like Tata AI Life, Future Generali Life, and has been with Artivatic for the past 2 years, shaping the product strategy. He is also responsible for the India business of both life and health insurance sector. Please invite Mr. Mahesh.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Mahesh. So we'll try to keep this session a little engaging. If you have any questions, please do feel free to ask me at the end of the session. So I'm going to talk about Artivatic and what we do, and in specific focus on one of our flagship products, which is the underwriting platform that we offer for life and health insurance. So Artivatic is a InsurTech which started in year 2016, and we have offices in Bombay, Bangalore, Gurgaon, and Indore. We have a tech development center in Indore. We have over 150 resources, tech resources, predominantly machine learning, data science engineers who build AI-driven platforms for insurance business, both in the life and health space. We have our solutions deployed with large insurance companies in India, and these solutions have been exposed to a lot of India-specific insurance data, and therefore our models are very, very curated for taking underwriting decisions and claim adjudication decisions for Indian insurance companies. We are now exploring outside India as well, and we have business interests in Africa, Middle East, Southeast Asia, and we are fast expanding into these territories. But our domain remains India, and we are very, very particular and passionate about making a paradigm shift in the Indian insurance industry by bringing technology-driven processes which will help the underwriters to make fast decisions, augment the decision-making process of the underwriter so that the underwriter improves their productivity, takes more predictable, consistent decisions, and at the other fag end, the claims, make sure that the claims are adjudicated faster and the manual processes that are involved to adjudicate claims are minimized by using AI-driven capabilities. As an organization, we have built our entire technology platform based on APIs. So we believe in building API first before we start selling any solution or offering any solution. So we have a completely microservices-driven modular infrastructure driven by APIs that have been created in-house with over 700 plus APIs, which are very insurance-specific APIs. And these APIs take care of customer profiling, risk assessment, right from onboarding of a customer during the underwriting stage and during the claim assessment stage. So we have all these APIs as part of our API platform, and our solutions can be modular. So if an insurance company has a specific pain point that they would like to address, we can bring together a set of APIs that can address that particular pain point. And if you need a full stack solution for either underwriting or policy servicing or claims, we can offer a full stack solution as well. So that is how we have built our architecture, and we believe that an insurance company that's not looking at replacing their entire platform can look at microservices-driven APIs, which will help them to augment their underwriting process or claims process the way they would like. And when we talk about our APIs, there are APIs across all aspects. So it's AI-driven, we have ML APIs, we have document intelligence, we have speech-to-text recognition, we have early claim prediction, we have underwriting decision APIs, we have non-disclosure risk identification APIs. So there are multiple APIs. We do document verification as well. It could be a medical document, it could be a financial document, it could be a death certificate. So we do all kinds of verification, again, connect with all the respective publicly available APIs to validate various documents. So We bring a combination of document intelligence, data-driven intelligence, and we believe that there is a lot of hidden potential in data, and that data could come from a proposal form, it could come from a medical report, it could come from financial documents that the customers provide, it could come from externally available data sources. And how do we synthesize all this data, bring them together, and before the underwriter or the claim adjudicator even looks at the case, how can we bring all that data and give a decision to the underwriter? That is what the power of the solution that we offer really caters to, and the benefit of this is being taken by large life insurers and health insurers as we speak in India. So these are some of our products that we have. We have a complete sales management platform, we have an underwriting platform, we have a claims management platform, and we have a customer-facing application on a mobile where the customer can track his entire policy, look at his policy details, he can file a claim, he can share his medical records through an ABHA consent. So we are also a certified by NHA for providing M1 and M3 services. That means we can create ABHA records, we can get customer consents for medical records, and we also have certification for storing the customer's digital records through a health locker. So customer through their app can track their policies end to end. And we also augment that capability by providing a wellness management and nudges to the customer based on the customer profile and the type of the profile that the customer has. In specific, I'll talk about the underwriting capability that we have in today's meeting. So when we talk about underwriting, it caters to both the health and life insurance. We do have solutions in the motor insurance space, but what we are heavily invested is in selling our life and health insurance solution. So the underwriting has 4 different capabilities that we have. So there is a AI capability where we can provide a customer credibility score. We can do the risk profiling of the customer based on his financial and health profile. We can look at various external data sources which could have an impact on the customer profile. We could look at sanitation risk of different geographies. We can look at affluence risk of various geographies. We can predict the customer health profile based on the air quality. For example, we will definitely consider the age, the lifestyle habits of the customer, and if the customer, say, lives in a much talked about city like Delhi or Gurgaon, our model will say that this customer, based on his age and these kind of medical factors, because he's living in a location which is very highly polluted, these are the kind of health risks that he may be exposed to. So we don't use information that is only provided in the proposal form to take a decision, but we also use externally available validated information to build the customer profile and then provide a recommendation with a score and explainability to the underwriter, so that the underwriter is well informed and takes a very cognizant decision while they are deciding on the case. And that is where the power of AI really comes into play. We, as I said, we also use various capabilities like bringing the medical documents. Suppose the customer has done medical. Suppose the customer has shared financial information by way of his bank statements or salary slips or ITRs. We will be able to extract the information from there and analyze the financial credibility of the customer and provide a financial score and also a health score from, say, medical documents. We can look at ECG reports and say whether this ECG looks normal or there are reasons for which it should be seen by the underwriter or a CMO. So we can do those kind of intelligence on documents. And the power is how all this information can be finally used to give a underwriting or a claim adjudication decision. One very powerful case that we do from an underwriting standpoint is we use generative AI capability. Like we have our own large language models which look at the medical information, interpret the medical information. So we just don't simply digitize the data that is available in a medical report or a medical data, but we interpret whether this basis these medical readings, what is the lifestyle or the longevity risk that this customer carries. Is he okay for the term of the policy, or there could be certain risks that this customer could carry during the term of the policy, so that the underwriter knows that this is the health risk that the customer has. And for that, we have created large language models using medical intelligence, and that gives those insights to the underwriter, and that helps them to make a very well-informed decision. We have also noticed that in many companies, when the underwriters are underwriting, sometimes they may overlook some information. They may not have full knowledge about a medical terminology. And many times, these kind of aspects may be ignored by the underwriter, either due to volume pressure or due to lack of awareness or not attaching importance to some information that is given. What we believe in is that every set of critical data should be evaluated before giving a decision. It should be done in a matter of seconds. It should not lead to a lot of time wastage for the underwriter. When the underwriter is looking at a case, he should get all this information predefined and in a well-organized manner so that with a recommendation, and they should just be taking a decision. And that is what we do through our underwriting model. We also support the underwriters with a rule engine. So we also have rule engine because many underwriting companies have underwriting rules. And these rules are approved by the board. They are governed by the reinsurers. So we provide a low-code, no-code platform where you can configure all your rules upfront, and that acts as an additional support mechanism over and above the AI-driven capability that we bring in. So if a company wants to continue to do a rule-driven underwriting process, we support that as well in our platform. So when we look at how do we really take a decision, if you look on the left-hand side, these are all the sources of data that we will try to get. We could get information from the proposal form. We could get information from medical documents. We could connect with fitness devices. If the customer gives a consent to share his data from lifestyle or activity details from his fitness device, we can pick that data. We look at historical claim data and experiences of the insurance company. We get that data and we get the product rules, the reinsurer rules. We look at various external factors like location risk, air quality risk, sanitation risk, demographic risks that are associated with a customer. We obviously integrate with various bureaus, IIB, account aggregators. We can ask the customer to provide data from their ABHA account. So we can fetch that data, digitize and interpret from that data. So we collect data from wherever the customer is willing to share his data based on his consent, and then use this data to drive a decision. And when we give a decision, we give an underwriting recommendation, we give a risk score, we give explainability. So there is a detailed explainability and a worksheet that is created for the underwriter so that the underwriter has to only add his final comments on that case. If it requires an underwriting, then he adds his final comments and goes ahead and takes a decision. If the case is low risk and the model is saying that this case can be accepted, then the worksheet will be created and the case will just go through an STP process. So you don't even need to push that case to an underwriter. And the worksheet, etc., is created by the system so that saves a lot of time for the entire underwriting fraternity. So this is what we do over here. And of course, we do document summarization with alerts. We do a detailed explanation for all. I think that is very key. Any decision that you give from an AI-based model, is it supported by explainability? I think that is extremely important, which we provide. We provide disease prediction and medical evidence analysis. So wherever the customers are going through a medical, we will provide various kinds of medical insights on that report, which sometimes a human being may not be able to capture. There are third-party integrations, as I said, so all the data doesn't come only from the proposal form. That is only what is declared in the proposal form, but there is a wealth of data that is available outside of the proposal form. So how do you synthesize all of that data and unlock that potential? That is what we bring. And of course, there is an underwriting rules engine which can do a rule-driven decision-making process as well. What have we achieved by doing all this? So when we talk about document intelligence, it has helped us to reduce turnaround time for the insurer. It has helped us to detect fraud risk, impersonation risks. It has helped us to clearly, there are efficiency gains because there are manual processes that are involved which have been digitized. So there is a clear improvement there. And there is a OCR, ICR also that is done. When we talk about document intelligence, we get a lot of handwritten documents, a lot of unstructured documents from which we have to extract information and make decisions. So we do that. When we look at from a life underwriter's perspective, it clearly is a big productivity enhancer for the underwriter because the underwriters have targets, they have time pressures, and they have volume pressures. How do we augment the underwriter's day by giving him value-added information that can help him make a quick decision? That is what we do. When we talk about risk assessment, clearly the lag metric is to see whether the cases that are being accepted through an AI-driven model, are they resulting in early claims or adverse experience? So clearly, we have been able to prevent adverse experience for the customers and improve the A/E ratios for the insurers. And that is one big reason why companies want to talk to us and look at how we can help them to reduce their improve their claim experience, and at the same time help improve the turnaround times and build efficiency in the underwriting process. Needless to say, there are associated benefits like unit costs getting reduced and remarkable improvement in STP issuance. When we talk about health underwriting, the predictions that we make from a health profile of the customer, because you may accept a customer today, but that customer may have health problems over a period of time, and that could lead to a recurring claim event for the insurer, which then they are saddled with that risk. So how do you make sure that the insurer is able to price the product offer properly by predicting the foreseeable health of the customer based on the information that we synthesize? Obviously, the manual cases that are underwritten come down. So one big thing that we have been able to do for a couple of our health insurance clients is we have been able to improve their STP ratios significantly. That has added value to them. Improving costs, boosting underwriting capacity, both in life as well as health in the underwriting is a benefit that we have seen. Yep, I think that's what I wanted to talk about. So this, what I talked about was only about one of our product, which is the underwriting product. We have similarly products in the customer onboarding space as well as in the claim space. So those are again products that we have which cater to similar kind of smart capabilities that we bring on the table. And so given the time that we had, I prefer to talk about the underwriting capability that we have, because if you are able to take the right decision while onboarding the customer, that will help you to pay claims faster and without having any doubts in your mind about the credibility of the case that you have onboarded. So if all the checks are done upfront, you build a healthy portfolio. So that's why we spoke about this product. But of course, there are, in the value chain, you have claims as well. And there also you need a lot of intelligence, and we offer that capability as well. So I think that my time is up. I'm open to any questions that you all have. We'll be very happy to answer them. Once again, my name is S. Mahesh. My email ID is there. And if any one of you needs to get in touch with us, please feel free to. We'll be very, very happy to be in touch with any one of you who wants to know more about what we do. We do detailed demos and POCs, so all these products are live and implemented, so we can show you how it works and how it can really transform the way you sometimes think about processes, so it can really help a lot. So we'll be happy to hear from some of you who are in this room today and take discussions ahead. Thank you very much.